Imagine walking down a dark, wet street and spotting this thick leather wallet overflowing with cash, completely unobserved. What prevents you from taking it? Is it the fear of the law, or a deeper concern for some cosmic consequence? Historically, cynics have viewed the afterlife as a pragmatic invention, a fiction designed to enforce social order through fear when physical guards are absent. In the 11th century, the Persian philosopher Naser Khosrow addressed this specific challenge in his text, the Khwan al-Akhwan. He didn't dismiss the cynic's view. He used it as a starting point to investigate the nature of the mind. Khosrow asks us to consider how morality actually functions. Are our concepts of heaven and hell mere tools for crowd control, or do they point to a hidden underlying architecture of human consciousness? Khosrow identifies two distinct categories of social restraint. The first is physical control. This is the domain of kings, who govern through bodily consequences, the fear of prison, physical harm, or financial loss. The second category is spiritual restraint. This is the realm of the prophets. Their warnings bypass the body entirely and target the rational, thinking soul. As we see in this logic tree, the rational soul cannot be coerced by the same physical threats that govern the body. If the afterlife were merely a literal tale of physical torture, the thinking mind would eventually recognize the impossibility of physical pain occurring in an immaterial future. Because the soul requires a different kind of evidence, these warnings necessitate ta'wil, or esoteric interpretation. We have to look past the literal surface of the text to find the hidden spiritual truth. In Khosrow's view, the afterlife is a structural reality of the soul's destination, far removed from the simple folktales used to police behavior. Look closely at the eyes of this marble bust of Plato. The cynical view Khosrow addresses is rooted in Plato's Republic, where he discussed the noble lie, a fiction used by elites to maintain social order and physical stability. 7 centuries after Khosrow, Immanuel Kant reached a similar conclusion from a different angle. He argued that human reason demands an afterlife as a postulate. Without it, the concept of cosmic justice for moral actions becomes logically impossible. Khosrow adds a mystical proof to this logic. He observes that prophetic teachings successfully create profound moral harmony within the world. To Khosrow, this success indicates that the teachings are in alignment with the Creator's true reality. This worldly harmony serves as objective evidence. The system works too effectively to be a mere fabrication. The order it produces suggests the hidden afterlife is real. If these connections between ancient and modern philosophy are interesting to you, please like the video and subscribe. It helps us continue exploring these ideas. Separated by cultures and eras, both Kant and Khosrow concluded that morality lacks a foundation if it is not anchored to a reality beyond the physical world. The poet Rumi illustrated this by comparing a jug to the water inside it. The clay shape of the jug has a specific function, but the water is the substance that actually sustains life. Khosrow applies this relationship between form and substance to 4 psychological archetypes: angels, jinn, humans, and devils. Khosrow defines a devil through a psychological lens. Instead of a horned monster, he describes a mind trapped entirely on the physical, literal surface of reality, unable or unwilling to look deeper. This literalist trap mirrors a warning from the Taoist philosopher Zhuangzi. He compared societal rules and language to a net used to catch the fish of meaning. Once you have the fish, you can set the net aside. The literalist, however, stays focused on the empty net. This distinction appears in Buddhism as well, which separates the labels of conventional truth from the ultimate truth they are meant to point toward. Across global traditions, mistaking the physical, literal world for the final truth is identified as a significant spiritual danger. This leads to Khosrow's specific definition of human. He notes that the root word for human, uns, refers to a state of profound intimacy and joy. Khosrow connects this intimacy to the act of uncovering truth. Since the source of meaning is hidden, we achieve a truly human state by practicing ta'wil, moving from a surface-level connection to a deep, joyful relationship with the inner meanings of the world. Engaging in this active search for meaning creates what Khosrow calls a fortress, It protects the soul from being eroded by doubt or the perceived meaninglessness of the physical world. Humanity is a state we earn by moving beyond a shallow, literal existence. Khosrow's framework provides a lens for viewing the modern digital age. Today's algorithms and outrage cycles often reward those who react to the literal veneer of an event, pushing our behavior toward his definition of a devil. We navigate physical restraints daily, from social pressure to economic consequences. But managing these external forces is different from developing a sense of inner, spiritual governance. Lasting morality requires an alignment with the reality beneath the noise. Remaining on the literal surface of life leaves the soul in a state of constant, shallow reaction. Khosrow challenges us to look past the shape of the jug. By seeking the water of meaning within, we can begin to liberate our minds from the confines of the physical world.